Thank you again for joining us live at GLY Live 2026. I'm excited to be here today. We have our first interviewee. To my left, we have Natalie Gunderson she's president and CEO of the York County Community Foundation. Bienvenido. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Welcome. Yeah. Thanks for being here. We're super excited.
Yeah, thank you for having us from the York County Community Foundation here today to celebrate philanthropy in York County.
Sweet. Okay, cool. So let's talk about like something like big picture-esque. Like, why is philanthropy so important, especially to a place like York County?
So, philanthropy, we believe philanthropy helps shape a community in a variety of ways. Philanthropy starts before financial contributions. It starts with volunteering time. It starts with caring about one another, caring about your neighbors, what's happening in your community, what's happening in your schools, what's happening in your potentially your faith community. That's where philanthropy really starts. You start giving your time, you give a little bit of your heart, you give a little bit of your passion, and then eventually philanthropy can grow into financial contributions, which is what we're supporting today. But it really does, it has a variety of facets, and we believe philanthropy helps bring community together. It helps shape community, and it helps create an energy and a vibe that is super exciting, particularly for York County, because that's what we're here for today is philanthropy in York County.
It's a vibe, y'all. That's awesome.
So, Give Local York has a strong focus on engaging students through philanthropy in education, or PI, initiative. Why does YCCF support this effort?
So, like I said earlier, philanthropy starts with caring, with a heart for others and a heart for community. We believe that starts at any age, right? So, as you're in your classrooms, in your schools, caring about your friends and what's happening around you, the needs that are around you, that's where it starts. So when Give Local York came up with the idea and the partnership to really get into the schools with philanthropy, it was kind of a no-brainer for the Community Foundation, who is also focused on countywide philanthropy, to partner and support the initiative of philanthropy coming to the students in a variety of ways, instead of us kind of waiting for that next generation to get old enough to feel like they can give in financial contributions, because again, we can be philanthropic in a variety of ways.
Which we so appreciate your support. We love the partnership, the collaboration, and really being able to bring it to life.
Yeah.
I mean, this right here, what you're seeing is what you're supporting. So
yes.
Thank you.
When Lisa brought it up that there were going to be resource fairs and this live stream put together by young students at York Tech and some of the other schools, we were super excited to get on board. So thank you for inviting us to be a part of the project.
That's super great to hear. And, you know, speaking of that relationship with YCCF and Give Local York, helps out with the stretch pool and the prizes through Give Local York. For those that don't know, what does that mean? Talk about that. Like how does that work through like the funding you guys give and all that?
Yeah, so we supported a number of stretch pools for today's efforts, one of which was a stretch pool specifically designed for nonprofits who have endowment funds held at the York County Community Foundation, and then the other prize stretch pool, is for from the Memorial Health Fund, which is another grant making fund out of the York County Community Foundation as a supporting organization. And those stretch dollars, that stretch pool is focused on organizations who are doing work specifically in the health and wellness space. And then we have a number of other prizes for specific causes where donors have really designed funds to support initiatives. Let's just, for example, say this donor was super passionate about sports and fitness, and so there's a prize for organizations to want to win, but they're specifically focused in sports and fitness. So we've provided some opportunity for those organizations in alignment with the donor's interest.
How else do YCCF fund holders partner with Give Local York?
Yeah, so thanks for that great question. It's a great plug-in for us. But YCCF actually has an option for donors to actually establish donor advice funds at the York County Community Foundation. And so donors who have established donor advice funds at YCCF can actually use their donor advice funds to make their contributions to Give Local York and to those nonprofit organizations. So they actually have that open window a couple weeks before the Give Day. And so we try to help facilitate and partner with Give Local York, so that fund holders at YCCF can also be a part of it through their donor advised fund.
Nice. So speaking of, like, it sounds like you do have like just a plethora of ways that, you know, your fund holders can give, but there's one particular that kind of, I guess, separates you guys from the rest, is the idea of endowment giving. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So today we're participating as part of a Give Day, right? What YCCF does is we actually support the sector through endowed giving, and think of it as donors provide charitable contributions. We invest those dollars, we grow those dollars, and a portion of those dollars every year goes back into the community while still protecting the principal. So, cool fun fact, think of it as a nonprofit investment firm, and the beneficiary of those dollars is York County and our nonprofit sector. But the goal is that there are dollars in perpetuity for York County in support of the full nonprofit sector.
Very cool. Wildly educated. I learn something new every day. Thank you. I appreciate that.
If someone watching today is inspired, how can they create a fund at YCCF to support their passions?
Well, we have a team that can absolutely help anybody who has questions about endowed giving and endowment funds held at YCCF. Our website is yccf.org. We also have some other opportunities through the checkout process to learn a little bit more about YCCF and endowed giving. So you'll see a little bit more throughout the day, today and tomorrow, as part of the process here and on the website.
You know, we know that giving obviously feels good, but what's the benefit to somebody that gives?
I always say, well, there's actually research that there's something that happens in our brain, and there's our brain actually activates portions that connect with happiness and community connectivity. So we do get something back, whether we know it directly or at the time, we actually feel it in our bodies and in our minds. But really, what I always say is, giving back really connects people, it connects initiatives, it connects community. It gives us a greater sense of purpose beyond our small circles, beyond maybe perhaps our immediate families, our immediate communities. It opens us up to more. So it's kind of special to give back.
Absolutely.
And that's perfect for my next question. I've heard that YCCF is hosting a special event in May that touches on this idea.
Oh, yeah. So we do have our annual meeting from YCCF, our annual meeting coming up on May 7th at the Yorktown Hotel, right downtown from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we actually have a guest speaker. His name's Shirian Kashi. He will be here. He wrote a best-selling book about the science of giving back and what happens to our brain when we give back. So we invite the community to be a part of that session.
Go check it out, y'all. That definitely sounds like a good time. Before we wrap up, what message would you like to leave with the viewers today out there in the internets?
I think the message I can share is thank you, right? Thank you for caring. Thank you for being a part of York County and philanthropy as a whole, whether you're giving through Give Local York, YCCF, the Community Foundation, a United Way, and or directly to the nonprofits themselves carrying out the wonderful work. Thank you. Thank you as a community for being invested and for being present and showing up, and for giving all the nonprofits good vibes over the next couple days.
Awesome.
Well, Natalie, thank you so much for not only your support, but being here tonight, having an opportunity to see your funding in action.
Thank you for having us. I think my next generation of kiddos are floating around here too, so
Yes.
we're keeping it up.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Natalie Gunderson, everybody. Thank you so much. And we'll be back in a little bit with our next guest.